Hey now, don't be shy. Step up and get yourself a big face full of Ron Van Dam. Oh. Okay, who let Ron write his own intro again? We have talked about this. We don't do that. It never works out. Was it you, Gary? Because I'm looking at you. Okay, no more. You think we would have learned by now? Especially you, Gary. You are listening to The Ron Van Dam Show on New England Broadcasting.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's The Ron Van Dam Show.
Oh, Gary.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. It is The Ron Van Dam Show. Guess which one I am? No, that's not me. No, my name's not Bob. Never mind. Oh, it's great to be with you once again. How you doing? Good to be with you. As I just said, I repeated myself within a 10-second period. That's not good. I am now a part of the 22nd century. I don't lose my keys anymore. I lose my fob. What? I don't even understand what I'm losing. What's a fob? It's a fob. I can't find my fob. Do you ever lose your glasses and then you find out about an hour later that they're on your head? Or you're wearing them already. It's just, and then you're so stupid. You just feel so stupid, and you don't want to talk to anybody because you're gonna be stupid. It's very embarrassing. I've been watching the Olympics. Did you know that the Olympics are on? You know, with all there is to do during the winter, like shovel snow. Why do they have the Olympics in the winter? There's really no point. You're watching people ski, fall down, and break their legs, and their ACLs and their IUDs and all that stuff. I don't understand. You know what the big sport now is on television with the Olympics? Curling. What? Yes. A bunch of people, they go into a salon, and they get their hair curled on it with a curling iron. You have to have the right Olympic curling iron. And they count how many curls you have put into your hair. I don't understand why that's a winter sport, because you can curl your hair in the summer too. And you can play curling, whatever that is, any time of year. So I don't quite understand what the hell's going on with this Olympic stuff. Curling is very interesting. Apparently, there's the canister from a Hoover vacuum cleaner, and somebody with, I guess, good aim slides down the slippery slope, which is flat, and they let go of the Hoover canister vacuum cleaner without the hose or anything, and no electrical hookup, just the canister itself. And the canister goes flying down this slippery thing, like a bowling alley. And then there's two people with brooms, and they sweep in front of the canister as the canister is gliding down this alley, and they sweeping in front of it because God forbid there should be any dust on the ground in front of a canister, like the god of canisters. And they're sweeping like crazy. I mean, it's like they're on some type of speed or something. And then they have to knock somebody else's canister down at the other end where there's a bullseye. And that's the whole Olympic sport. What? This shouldn't even be a non-Olympic sport. I don't understand it. And they call it curling. There's got nothing to do with curls at all. At all. Not at all. Now, these two people with the brooms, they really fascinate me. And I get my house cleaned like once a month because I'm sloppy. I'm not sloppy. I just don't like to dust. I don't like to clean. I like to keep things clean, but I don't like to be doing it. So I figured at my age, one of the benefits of getting older is you can start giving yourself these little benefits later in life, like you don't have to clean anymore, you don't have to shovel anymore, that kind of stuff. But I feel like telling my cleaning people, you should go to curling school. They teach you how to sweep and to clean really fast. The only thing you have to figure out is with the Hoover canister how to attach it to the wall electrically and put a hose on it and vacuum my house. Other than that, man, I would love, if people who were in the Olympics curling, if I could just get them to clean my house, it would be so clean, they'd be scrubbing the floors down to the nub. Curling? Seriously? An Olympic sport? What kind of drugs are you serving these people in the Olympic Village? And it's taking place in Milan. Why? I don't. When I think of Olympics, I don't think of Milan. I don't know what's going on with this. They should be having it in New Jersey. They have everything in New Jersey. Do it there. Curling, man. Ugh. And then the figure skating. I've seen that before. Disney on Ice. What's the difference? Different characters. Other than that, what's so special about it? I know some people. Get a hockey player. Hockey players, man, they can skate like incredibly. They can actually play a game while they're actually skating. Hockey is amazing. Boring as hell because the final score is usually 2-1, but nonetheless, amazing athletes, and they're overweight and sometimes quite fat, but yet they can still skate and play a game at the same time and lean over, and they can actually fight people on skates. You don't see that often. Or you want to fight? You want a piece of me? But you're on skates. That's where I excel. Wow. Don't see that in the Olympics. They do play hockey, I guess, but they don't show that too much. Maybe they do. I don't care. I don't watch it anyway. Then the opening ceremonies. That's almost as boring as a Super Bowl. I mean, there are a lot of countries. This is where if you're not well educated and you think there's like maybe 7 countries or something, or maybe 25 countries, well, watch the opening of the Olympics. There's like 700,000 countries, and most of them end in stan. They're countries I never heard of. There's like 7 people living in these countries, but yet they're a country that can be in the Olympics. It's weird stuff. Curling is just, I don't know why would somebody would do that. I can't figure it out. And it's on all the time. Like this is the big thing. The other big thing, which has nothing to do with the Olympics, is pickleball. I don't understand that. It's freaking tennis junior is what it is. It's tennis for people that can't run around that much anymore. So we'll make the court smaller and we'll relax the rules so that you don't die while you're playing. What that has to do with a pickle, I don't know. I know what pickles are. I've eaten them before. They're rather tasty. There's dill, kosher pickles. You have to say it that way. I thought those are pickles that were blessed by a rabbi. Oh, now it tastes different. Wait a minute. Were these blessed by a rabbi? Yeah, I can taste that. There's all kinds of pickles. There's bread and butter pickles or something. I don't understand what the hell that's about. I don't know. Gherkins? Anyway, I know what pickles are. I've eaten them. Not the fried. I've tried fried pickles once. John Shanahan, our announcer, comedy writer, he introduced me to fried pickles like 20 years ago. Probably longer than that. And I didn't know what I was eating. And I looked at him and I said, "You actually eat this crap?" And he said, "It's great, Ron." I said, "No, I thought I had a great palate, but apparently it's been ruined now. I don't understand why you would want to fry a pickle." But anyway, I guess in this country we fry everything, so it's not that strange. I don't understand what pickles have to do with playing tennis on a small court. I don't understand that. Did somebody yell that out while they were playing tennis one day? "Well, this is very exhausting. I wish the court was smaller." Yeah, like pickles. Yeah, like pickles. What? What? I don't understand a lot of these sports. I really don't. I mean, I'm not into sports, really. I'm not into moving my body, even though I do walk around. I walk from one place to the other, but I don't do things while I'm doing that. That's too exerting. You know what should be an Olympic sport? Snow shoveling. Yeah, I've seen people shovel their driveways, usually younger people, and they're doing like really fast, like they're machines or something. I can't do that. My chest starts saying, no, don't do that, and I can't. Well, I can, but I don't want to. I have visions when I'm shoveling snow of collapsing on the ground. These are not visions that I would love to have. Perhaps if I were a pickle, I wouldn't care, I suppose, but no, shoveling snow, that should be in the Olympics. Yeah. And now from Uzbekistan, Uzbekistan, Carlo Damonto has broken the record for shoveling snow. That's impressive. Now, that's impressive because I can relate to that. If he's shoveling snow that fast, he must be amazing. International snow shoveling. Then get those people over to my house when it snows to shovel my driveway and get the curling people to clean my house. And that's not a euphemism. It could be, actually. It could be both, actually. I don't know what I'm talking about, quite obviously. I think that's obvious to you. It's obvious to me. So, with that in mind, we're going to break for a commercial. When we come back, my guest will be joining us. But first, there's this.
Do you know that there is one item that can not only increase your home's beauty, but its value? That would be placemats. Hello, I'm George Karonapikopoulos, owner of George K's Wholesale Placemat Warehouse, your one-stop for all your placemat needs. We have a placemat for every room of your house. That's right, placemats are not just for the dining room anymore. Anywhere you might make a spill, or maybe where you eat, like in front of the TV. I do it all the time like you. You want a placemat. We have fancy placemats like in bamboo or teak. That's right, teak. Nice plastic laminate ones for no stains, even blue. We can custom make you placemats in as little as 2 weeks. Come to our showroom at the intersection of Route 27 and the Holbrook Turnpike. You're going to like what you see. Your placemat is waiting for you at George K's Wholesale Placemat Warehouse.
Ronna Wineberg is here. She has authored a very interesting book. It's Artifacts and Other Stories. This is interesting because it's a topic that a lot of us are interested in, and that's love and marriage and even relationships. So, we have so many conversations about it, but nothing really seems to stick here. But Ronna's book brings it all home for us. You were a public defender, I understand, Ronna.
Yes, I was, Ron, and I just want to thank you for having me on your show.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Did that in any way lend itself to this book?
Well, I think my experience with all the different kinds of people, the diverse group, it did inform the work. I mean, it made me think, as I was writing, I thought of people that I had encountered in my work as a public defender. I don't deal with criminal law in this book, but I do deal with human emotions. And as a public defender, I really saw a lot of human emotions and difficult situations.
You know, there's a lot of quote unquote manuals for love and marriage. What are your viewpoints on these manuals? Your book seems to cut through it a little bit differently.
Yeah, I feel that the manuals don't really give us direction, that we each have to navigate love and marriage on our own. And so in the book, I have in Artifacts and Other Stories, the characters in the different stories navigate love and desire as best they can in marriages, outside of marriages, in affairs. Marriages happen, marriages break up. And each character has to learn how to deal with their own situation on their own in a sense.
Yeah, it's kind of specific to the personalities of those that we're talking about, I guess.
Yes, exactly. And every situation is different. No partnership, no love relationship really is like any other,
Yeah.
because each of the people are individuals.
You know what I find to be the most interesting is when you have a partner through life, you share things with them, but they also share in your anger and in your frustrations and in your anxieties. So it's kind of like both come together, don't they?
Right, that's exactly true. All the things that are going on inside you, you share with the partner. So
Yeah.
it's not just pure love and desire. It's partnerships. Long partnerships are very complicated.
Yeah. Well, when you're happy or when you're sad or when you're angry or content, it's your partner that bears the brunt of that because they're the closest target. So
That's right. That's right. And sometimes that can really sort of obliterate
yeah,
your positive feelings, your feelings of love.
yeah. Ronna, it's I compare everything to television because I grew up with television shows,
Uh-huh.
and
Right.
I don't know what age group you're in, but I'm going back to like Father Knows Best, Leave It to Beaver, all that kind of stuff,
Right.
where everything was always perfect relationship wise between the two adults, between the married couple. And so everything in comparison to what we grew up with as being the model isn't the case.
That's right. I actually also watch Father Knows Best and those
Okay.
shows.
All
So
right.
I'm really familiar with that. I think, especially for people who watched those television shows then, it was almost a rude awakening that things weren't perfect. It
Uh-huh.
looked like, when I would watch those shows, it looked like you grew up, became an adult, got married, and in a sense lived happily ever after.
Yes.
But that's not what happens. Relationships in life are complex.
Yeah, they are. Ronna, when we enter into marriage and relationships, what understandings should we have? Are we missing something when we walk into these things?
I think that we should have realistic expectations, and that's really hard to have because when you walk into love and marriage, you're starry-eyed and you want to live with the person for the rest of your life. But you have to realize, we all have to realize that there are limitations and that no partner is perfect, and you have to learn to accept those limitations and to realize that they will come up as life evolves and the years pass.
Yeah. I guess if you argue with your spouse or your significant other, that's kind of okay. But I think that there's a definition where arguing is not a good thing. You're not getting along. We're not getting along anymore. But that's not a signal of that necessarily, is it?
No, it's not. You're absolutely right. Sometimes it depends on how you argue, which is a signal. There's arguing and then there's name calling and things that are very hurtful that may be more difficult to recover from. But arguing is a part of life. Two people are not always going to see eye to eye and agree.
You have a very interesting statement here, and I'll quote, "It amazes me that society has made many technological advances and scientific breakthroughs, but we haven't made any in love." That's profound.
Thank you. Thank you. I believe that. I feel like for all our technology, there are manuals. We can learn how to use something. But in terms of love, there are self-help books. But I don't think that the self-help books really give us a roadmap for how to navigate love. Again, because it's so unique to each person.
Yeah. You also say that relationships and love come in various stages. It's not just one continual flat level. There are stages involved. What does that mean?
It means that there are different parts to love. So there might be love at the beginning, very intense love filled with desire. And then as years pass and you either have children or don't, but you're going through life, that intensity may wane. And so you're in a different stage. And later on, you may fall in love again. So in a sense, when you have a long-term partner, you may fall in and out of love, that intense love with the partner as the years go by.
Yeah. I had a friend who was married 3 times, And he turned to me one day and he said, "You know what? I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. So maybe I shouldn't be doing this anymore." I thought that was pretty interesting. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess there's some things that people aren't really good at, and I guess you're not.
Yeah, it is interesting. I think in terms of marriage, you have to really want to make it work, or a partnership, a long partnership. And if you get easily frustrated, or you are unwilling to compromise because everyone can't get all their wishes all the time, then marriage is difficult.
Yeah.
What did your friend decide to do? I shouldn't ask you the question.
Oh, he just dates around and has actually what seems to be a very nice life, but the grass is always greener on the other side.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
We don't always see the other side of the grass sometimes.
Yes.
Yes. There's no question about that. There are also there are personality quirks in people, and I also know some people who, no matter what happens, they seem to never be satisfied with anything. I mean, certain personalities are very difficult to deal with, even if they're your significant other, I would assume.
That's true. Some people just aren't satisfied for whatever the reason, and it may be some kind of psychological reason.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to be with a partner like that.
Yeah, or self-destructive, where
Yes.
you're going to hurt me someday, so I'll hurt you first.
Yes, yeah. And that all stems from a person's background, and some of those behaviors are unconscious.
Yeah.
A person may not even be aware of it.
Yeah. Ronna, is there a secret to this? I know there are probably many of them, but is there like an underlying secret to a long-lasting relationship?
I don't know if there is, but I would think that one of the secrets is to be grateful for the other person, to accept limitations and to accept the other person's imperfections, and to feel a commitment to the relationship, because all relationships go through difficult times, but the trick is to be committed and to feel that you want to continue the relationship even when the times are rough, either between the two of you or because of circumstances of life.
What about the age-old question, let's stay married for the children?
That is an age-old question, and it's debatable whether it helps or hurts the children if you get divorced after they grow up. Maybe there's tension in the household, and that isn't good for the children.
Yeah.
So it's not always an easy answer.
No, it isn't. I guess it's when my parents were divorced when I was 13, and that was significant, but not. I think it made me a stronger person to have gone through that. Not that it was that tumultuous, but I think it made me stronger. I guess, you can look at things all different ways and take good out of it or not.
That's right. That's right. I think that is the main thing, is to try to pick what's positive from whatever situation you're in.
Yeah.
Whether it's a partnership or your parents divorce or you divorce, you have to be positive and be grateful for what you have.
Yeah. Your book is fascinating. This is not your only literary achievement, is it?
No, this is, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This is my fourth book.
Yeah.
So it's my third book of short stories.
Yes. And I always ask this of authors, if you don't mind, what are you working on next? Are you?
I am. I'm working on more stories, and I'm working on a novel about a public defender and an insanity case.
Oh, this is a different route.
Right, it's a little bit different. I'm looking at the insanity, but it's also about relationships, because the public defender is a young woman and she has some issues with relationships. So it does reflect my other work.
Well, it reflects everything in life anyway. So
yeah, it's true.
Kind of enters into the reasons for everything. Actually, it's interesting that you bring stories to the front in order to show by example. That's always more effective than just how can I put it, monologuing it, so to speak.
Yeah, I think stories speak to the heart and the mind and the emotions of the reader more than an essay or a self-help book. I think if the stories work, then a reader feels the emotion and can empathize with the characters and maybe can think about things in their own life.
That's it. Rather than being talked to, it's you put something on the table and you say, "Here, what did you get out of that?"
That's right. It's almost like a dialogue.
Yeah, there you go.
Because any kind of writing has a second life. So I write a story, but the story has another life when the reader reads it and brings his or her own experience to the story.
Sounds like a screenplay to me.
Yeah.
Any investors? Okay.
If you know of any,
I'll let you
please.
know. All right.
I'm ready.
But now I have to take a percentage. So
you can.
Thank you so much. Okay. All right. I'll start looking.
Okay.
The book, so far it's a book. The book is Artifacts and Other Stories. How can someone follow you, so to speak?
Thank you. I have a website, www.ronnawineberg.com. And that has information about this book and my other books. I've also written blogs for Psychology Today, and there's information about that on the website. I'm also on Twitter, and I'm on LinkedIn and on Instagram.
Wow.
So I can be found that way. With Ronna Wineberg is usually the handle for those different sites.
Which is not the common name.
No, it is not a common name.
No, that's what writers do.
Right.
Okay. Ron, it's been a pleasure speaking to you, and continued success, and I hope we talk in the future. Well, that'll do it for me today. Thank you to my guests. Thank you to you. I'll be back again tomorrow with another episode, but until that time arrives, well, I wish you peace.